More fun! This is Movie vs. Sue on Neo Chain Reaction. It's been so long since I've done a movie game. Hope I remember how to do the voice. I'll give it my all. Here we go. Except, over at the 9 o'clock position in orange is Sue. Yep, that's Sue alright. That means over at the 3 o'clock position in purple is Movie. I'm gonna take you to the movies. Yep, still got it. That makes me feel good. Yeah, but the reason I haven't been able to do the movie voice is because for the past few seasons, Movie has not been a presence in the OSL. It's very strange. He capped out completely at the Ever OSL Finals. Got trounced by Flash, absolutely completely crushed, destroyed. Well, I got not completely crushed. He won a game. He won one game on Eye of the Storm, was it? Probably. But yes, he won one game against Flash, so he was not completely stomped. He put up a semi-fight there. Sorta. But after that, he kind of faded away. Even in Pro League, they haven't been fielding Movie that much. His record this season is a pretty good one. 4 wins, 3 losses. But yeah, he hasn't been fielded as much as you'd think a player who made it to the finals would be fielded. Like a player like Hydra, or God Flash, Stork, Fantasy. Those guys have been fielded a lot. And Movie just kind of been in the background the past couple of seasons in Pro League. I mean, in the last season of Pro League, I don't think he was fielded that much either. It didn't seem like he was, anyway, from watching the games. He's just been kind of in the background, possibly setting up for his next OSL run. Who knows? I mean, Movie came out of nowhere in the Ever OSL. Really revolutionized PvZ by telling Protoss, yeah, you can do a hell of a lot with 2 bases. You can crush a Zerg player, a 5-base Zerg player off of 2 bases, just because Protoss is so freaking strong. I think Movie was very helpful in pushing PvZ forward, but even he has not been doing that great in PvZ lately. This is very strange. He could definitely do well against Sue here, because Sue does not have a great record this season. He has 1 win, 5 losses. So not a great record, not good at all. Probably a lot better than the other SKT Zergs would have done. So you never know. There's the base coming up for the Sue man, guy named Sue. I'm putting down a second base far out there, make it a little bit more difficult for Movie to scout it. Movie. That's just fun to do. But Movie was putting down his Nexus, I saw. But yeah, that's not a great record for Sue. The 1 win, 5 losses kind of makes his OSL run seem like a fluke. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Maybe he's just kind of in a funk right now. But you never know with stuff like that. It's weird to see players like Sue get to the semifinals of an OSL and then kind of flatline. But you never know. Okay, there's a gateway coming down at the front for Movie. That can't be his natural hair color. Can't be. He's like Effort. He goes through different hair color. Effort has finally dyed his hair back, thank God. Blonde Koreans, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't think it quite works. But, yeah, whatever. The Zerglings running in, trying to get a little bit of the scout. See if the Forge is spinning at the front. See what's going on. See how many cannons there are. Test the waters. It's good to do that with your first pack of Zerglings. You run in and out. You take a cannon shot usually, or skirt by barely dodging a cannon shot. But it's good to stay in there to get the scout as well. Keeping out the probe scout. Nicely done. So Sue doing a good job at denying the scout for now, which is going to give him a lot of options as far as what kind of tech he wants to do. If he wants to do a Hydra bust, if he wants to go straight into mutas, something like that. He's got to keep the scout away, and it won't be a big problem for him. It's kind of the weird lopsidedness in the early game of PvZ, is that Protoss always has to defend, they always have to find a way to scout, they have a tough time scouting, when Zerg is just going everywhere, doing whatever they want, scouting everywhere through overlords. They have no problem scouting against a Protoss. But that's just the early game. Yeah, the matchups, that's what I like about StarCraft, I think, in general. is that the matchups change so much from minute to minute in the game. This is just the beginning of a PvZ, but once you get into the mid game, Protoss becomes so freaking powerful, man. And that becomes, then the Zerg has to defend, and that becomes a pain in the ass for the Zerg. And then late game, all bets are off. I love it. PvZ, so much fun. The robotics facility at the front, interesting. Looks like we're going to get a Corsair Reaver build, or at least an opening from movie, which is always very risky, especially these days. I haven't seen a Corsair Reaver build really work in kind of a long time. It doesn't give you enough defense against Hydras, like big groupings of Hydras. You get one dud Scarab and your game is over. And you know how many times that Scarabs will dud. So anyway, there's some speed upgraded Zerglings. Kind of running up here, attempting a run by, seeing if there's any weakness in the defense. But I don't think the Su is going to find it. No, Su's not going to find it in the movie. In the meantime, getting a scout on everything that's coming up. There's a Spire for Su. Looks like standard opening from him so far. Getting out his Scourge to deal with the Corsair. Has his third base comfortably mining, and the Zerglings outside of the natural expansion that's to keep away any additional scouting. From the probes, anyway. Once he tries to take out these Corsairs with the Scourge, that's when the Zerglings will really come in handy outside the natural. Keeping away the probes. Okay, one Overlord down. And I don't know if this one's going to make it or not. No, I don't think he's going to be able to take down this Overlord. Might lose his Corsair in the process. The Scourge getting awfully close. Movie trying to get out of there. He takes one Scourge, but he should be okay as long as he doesn't run into these guys up at the natural expansion. Trying to get back to a cannon desperately. There's one cannon inside the main. Oh, Movie loses one of his Corsairs, one of his two, I think, that were in the air. It might have pumped one more additional one from that Stargate, not sure. But here comes a shuttle. A little bit of shuttle harassment. Uh-oh. And this is very early for a Reaver anything. Oh, man! Scourge! One Scourge lands. Movie drops one Zealot. And that's what I thought he was doing. I thought he was loading up with 4 Zealots just to take out that Spire, which works out pretty well for Protoss players, as long as they're not scouted like that and taken down by the Scourge. Yikes, that was pretty bad for Movie. Actually lost 3 more Zealots inside of that shuttle, I believe. But there's Citadel of Adun coming up for Movie. So yeah, I saw the robotic support. Well, there's the Su trying to break through. Didn't quite manage to completely exploit that defense. That could have been extremely bad for Movie if he didn't have that Zealot up at the top of that gateway. But still, Su is pushing the front with Hydras now, and yeah, Movie's going to have to defend with his Reaver Scarabs. Gotta keep that Reaver alive. The Reaver has to stay alive. Getting quite a few Hydra kills, but now the Reaver takes out quite a few more Hydras. The Reaver goes down, but it did get an awful lot of damage against this attacking Hydraless force. But right now, Movie is waiting for even more. Oh yeah, this is just a rally point now from Su. You can tell he's rally pointed everything to this natural expansion. He's going to try to end it right now with Hydras, seeing the break in the wall, so to speak, taking down that one Reaver. SKT, there is Paralyzed, kind of clapping there. Paralyzed! Clapping a bit. Because he knows, yeah, the Reaver is going to pop out soon. It's going to be completely mauled by these, yeah, Hydras. GG from Movie, got stomped. And yeah, man, Corsair Reaver, not so good these days, as I think that game might have proven. Okay, third set, let's do it.